Shri Guru Gauranga Jayatah. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Chhira ki dhani. Date 5 October 2008. I, Aniruddha Das, most fallen, destitute, and the lowest among men, a servant of servants, offer my full prostrated obeisances, falling to the ground like a dry stick, at the lotus feet of the supremely worshipful devotees of Bhagwan Shri Krishna and my instructing spiritual master, Shri Srimad Bhakti Sarvasva Nishkinchan Maharaj, who are the cherished objects of my deepest love and affection. I offer repeated, heartfelt prayers unto them for advancement in bhajan, devotional service, and for the awakening of genuine renunciation. How may one engage in pure devotional service with the highest bliss, while deeply relishing the transcendental mellows, ras, of devotion? We have attained this rare human form of life by the causeless mercy of Bhagwan and as a fruit of performing auspicious activities. Sukriti, to squander this rare human form of life without engaging in devotional service is the gravest and most lamentable loss. The mind, lacking awareness of the sacred value of the human form of life, becomes the chief cause behind our tendency to squander it on worldly distractions rather than dedicating it to devotional service. Shri Gurudev constantly cautions and awakens sadhakas, practitioners of devotional service, to deeply contemplate the rare, invaluable opportunity presented by this human birth. He earnestly instructs us not to squander this gift on fruitive activities, karma, speculative knowledge leading to impersonal liberation, jnana, or mystic practices aimed at attaining yogic perfections or powers, siddhis. Instead, he strongly urges us to fully dedicate this human life to devotional service to Lord Krishna, which culminates in Krishna Prem, pure love of Godhead, the ultimate goal and perfection of human existence. This supremely rare human birth has been attained after great difficulty solely by the causeless mercy of Bhagwan Shri Krishna. He granted us this sacred form only for the purpose of attaining his lotus feet in Golok Vrindavan, the supreme abode of eternal divine love. First, hear the holy name of Lord Krishna from the lips of a pure devotee. Then, with unwavering dedication, chant that holy name constantly with the tongue and meditate upon it with the mind. This alone brings success to human life. Otherwise, we may never again receive such a rare human birth and this precious opportunity to engage in loving devotional service to Lord Krishna. If we neglect that loving devotional service, we will have to suffer grievously in 28 varieties of hell and wander helplessly through 8,400,000 species of life. No one will rescue or deliver us from this terrible situation. We alone must bear the consequences of our past misdeeds. Note 1. The 5th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam is titled Creative Impetus, and its 26th chapter is named A Description of the Hellish Planets. In this chapter, Sri Shukdev Goswami describes the following 28 varieties of hell: Tamisra, Andhatamisra, Raurav, Maharaurav, Kumbhipak, Kalsutra, Asipatravan, Sukarmukh, Andhkoop, Krimibhojan, Sandansh, Taptasurmi, Vazarkantak, Shalmali, Vaitarni, Puyod, Pranrodh, Vishasan, Lalabhaksh, Sarmeyadan, Avichi, Ayhapan, Sharkardam, Rakshoganbhojan, Shulprot, Dandashuk, Avat Nirodhan, Paryavartan and Suchimukh. Note 2. In the scriptures it is said, Jalja, Navalakshani, Sthavara, Lakshavinshati, Krimyo, Rudrasankhyaakah, Pakshina, Dashlakshana, Trinshallakshani, Pashava, Chaturlakshani, Manushah. There are 900,000 kinds of aquatics, 2 million kinds of trees and plants, 1,100,000 kinds of insects and reptiles, 1 million kinds of birds, 3 million kinds of four-legged beasts, and 400,000 kinds of human species. Manu says that trees are in such a hopeless position as a result of their karma. Their feelings of pain and pleasure are similar to ours, their souls are not of a lower standard. Still they are in such a deplorable position as a result of their karma. They have no one to blame but themselves. This is the state of affairs in this material world. I am merely showing you the path. If you choose to walk it and surrender at the lotus feet of Bhagwan, he will accept you as his most beloved devotee. In his infinite compassion, he will personally carry all your burdens upon his divine, mighty shoulders. Your life will become full of bliss and happiness. Bhagwan will personally come to have your darshan, audience, and you will certainly have the great fortune of seeing Bhagwan face to face. The great devotees Mirabai, Bhakt, Narsi Sanatan Goswami, Roop Goswami and Madhvendra Puripad had darshan of Bhagwan Shri Krishna through the power of their immaculate devotional service. You too shall have darshan of Bhagwan Shri Krishna. There is no doubt whatsoever about this. It is guaranteed. You must live your life in unwavering adherence to the following principles. 1. You must chant 100,000 holy names of Lord Krishna daily. This amounts to 64 rounds of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra on a Tulsi Mala of 108 chanting beads. While chanting, make a special endeavor to attentively hear each utterance of the holy names. While chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, deeply visualize yourself seated at the lotus feet of the following exalted divine personalities. A. Shri Gurudev B. Namacharya, Haridas Thakur C. Shri Madhvendra Puri, the revered spiritual master of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. D. Shri Roop Goswami. E. Shri Sanatan Goswami. F. Shri Gaurang Mahaprabhu, the beloved son of Shachi Mata. G. Shri Nitai. H. Shri Prahlad. I. Shri Dhruv. J. Shri Nrsimhadev. K. Shri Bajrang Vajrang, Lord Hanuman, whose limbs are said to be harder than diamonds, and the thunderbolt of Indra. L. Shri Narad Muni, and M. Innumerable other saintly personalities, divine incarnations, avatars, and the original source of all incarnations. Chant loudly with heartfelt devotion, with the firm conviction that all of these transcendental personalities are listening to your sacred utterance. This practice will firmly anchor your consciousness and ensure that your mind does not stray for even a moment during your Naam Jap. This sacred practice can be directly experienced as profoundly transformative. Any sincere sadhak who adopts it will witness a remarkable enhancement in the quality and concentration of his chanting of the holy names. Such personal experience serves as the most reliable evidence for spiritual efficacy. It is 100%, 100% valid and undeniably real. It does not rely on theoretical reasoning, it stands firmly on one's internal realization. This method is supremely potent. It has the power to kindle the blazing fire of viraha, love in separation from Lord Krishna. One should sincerely, desperately, and loudly call out, O Nitai, O Nimai, shower me with your causeless mercy. Bestow your grace upon this fallen offender. Such crying out invokes their boundless compassion and ignites the flame of transcendental longing. Note Sankarshan, Sheshnag, and the Vishnu forms presiding over the Karan ocean, Garbh ocean, and Kshir ocean are plenary portions, or Portions of plenary portions of Sri Nityanandaram, who is also affectionately known as Nitai. He manifests these transcendental expansions to assist in the cosmic creation and maintenance, yet he remains eternally absorbed in the mood of divine loving service to Lord Gaurang. Prior to the advent of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, 8 daughters were born successively from the womb of Shachimata, the devoted wife of Jagannath Mishra. Tragically, each passed away soon after birth. Overwhelmed by grief, Shachimata named her next child Nimai upon his birth because he was born beneath a sacred neem tree, renowned for its power to ward off malevolent forces such as ghosts, witches, and evil spirits. Traditionally, when a mother loses multiple children, she may give a protective name to a newborn, hoping that Yamraj, the Lord of Death, might spare the child. This is the anguished cry of a heart torn by longing. It is the divine injection or remedy that heals the soul's affliction. Try it once, and you will know its truth through direct experience. When one chants 100,000 names of Lord Hari, certainly a few of those utterances will be Shuddhanam, the pure holy name of Lord Krishna. Note when the holy name is chanted without any desire other than that for bhakti, when it is not covered by jnana, karma, and so forth, and when it is chanted in a favorable mood with a sense of one's relationship, sambandh, with Krishna, it is called Shuddhanam, the pure name. If it is not Shuddhanam, it is referred to as Namabhas, a semblance of the holy name. When one's chanting of the holy name is ashuddha, covered by ignorance, or in other words, when it has the defects of bhram, tendency to commit mistakes, and pramad, tendency to be illusioned, it is called Namabhas. Namabhas also refers to chanting the holy name when one is absorbed in matters unrelated to Krishna, when Ashuddhanam is chanted with desires for liberation and enjoyment influenced by Mayavad, impersonalism, and similar concepts, it is called Namapradh. The pure holy name, Shuddhanam, imbued with supernatural power, will draw Namabhas, semblance of the holy name of Lord Krishna, towards itself and engage it in its own pure form. Since Namabhas is weaker, the powerful pure name naturally attracts it. This is the conclusion of the scriptures regarding an eternal, immutable truth. Sri Gaurahari informed all of his devotees, I will only take prasad in the home of a person who chants 100,000 names of Hari daily. I will reside nowhere else. What an incredibly simple, merciful path Kali Yuga offers. One can attain Bhagwan right within the walls of one's own home. There is no need for one to wander through dense forests, or to endure harsh cold, scorching heat, relentless rain, or hunger and thirst. To ignore such a golden opportunity, a treasure hidden in plain sight, is a great misfortune indeed. How tragic it is to let this divine gift pass unnoticed. To chant the holy name, one must rise by at least 3 a.m. during the Brahm Muhurt. This practice follows the example of previous spiritual masters who awoke between 2 and 3 a.m. to do so. Rising early is possible only if one eats a light dinner, or skips dinner entirely and drinks only a glass of hot milk. Otherwise, laziness, one's greatest enemy, will hinder one's spiritual practice. Initially, one may feel drowsy, but this will go away completely after about a month of consistent practice. 3. At bedtime, one should chant 2 rounds of the holy name and attentively listen to each syllable. This practice sanctifies the mind before sleep and allows the divine name to continue circulating through the body even during rest. Though not immediately perceptible, within a few days the powerful influence of this nightly recitation begins to manifest in the form of vivid dreams connected to Bhagwan. Shri Krishna repeatedly assures Arjuna, through practice, everything becomes possible. Indeed, direct observation confirms this principle. A typist can carry on a conversation while maintaining accurate keystrokes, and a driver can navigate complex roads while engaging in dialogue. If such precision arises from worldly practice, what cannot be achieved through sustained sadhana? 4. Whenever you have free time, engage in satsang by studying scriptures like Srimad Bhagavatam and Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita. This nourishes your chanting of the holy name. If you are fortunate enough to associate with pure saints and discuss these topics with them, a taste for the holy name will surely awaken. There is no doubt whatsoever about this. 5. Observing Brahmacharya. Celibacy is essential for spiritual progress. The core of this practice is keeping all 11 senses focused on spiritual matters, not on worldly objects. The mind, being the king of the senses, directs them toward material attractions. Therefore, to protect the senses from being covered by material sense objects, we must control the mind. The greatest influences on the mind come from external sources like television, radio, newspapers, mobile phones, the environment, obscene images, and immodest attire. While it is easy to avoid things like television, radio, and newspapers, avoiding other attractions requires strict control of the eyes. One's eyes may glance once, but one must avoid a second look. A second look allows the mischievous mind to latch onto an obscene object, and from there the problem spirals out of control. How can one perform beautiful devotional service if one cannot control one's eyes? One must acknowledge this as a weakness. A single act of carnal association can uproot all sattvic, pure tendencies and destroy thousands of years of austerity in an instant. This truth is not only stated by Sri Gurudev but is also a fundamental principle in the scriptures. 6. Avoid worldly gossip and idle talk. Always remember Sri Harinam, even if you are not counting on beads. Once this remembrance is steady, no other conflicting thoughts will arise. This practice requires sincere, consistent effort. As you continue, your attachment to household life will gradually diminish and your attachment to Bhagwan will naturally increase. Attachment to sense objects is the root enemy and it must be uprooted completely. All of this can be achieved through Harinam. It is just like transplanting a plant from one garden bed to another. The difficulty lies only in weakness of the mind. 7. Observing a vow of non-violence is of utmost importance. You must not harm any living being, as all are children of Bhagwan. Would Bhagwan the Father be pleased if his children were made to suffer? Certainly not. Show compassion to all. If possible, serve them with your body, mind, and speech. Never cause them harm. Live your life by offering righteous guidance and working for the well-being of all. 8. Only food cooked from ingredients earned through honest means and offered to Bhagwan Prasad can truly enhance devotion. Impure earnings, as we can see, continuously erode it. Be content with what you have and avoid the trap of endless craving. Do not hoard excess possessions, they only lead to trouble. Keep only what you need to live. Avoid Looking at the material possessions of the wealthy, such as gadgets, expensive cars, yachts, and jewelry. Do not strive for higher economic status just to accumulate these temporary things. By observing the lifestyle of those with fewer means, you may find peace within yourself. Their simplicity and contentment with limited resources can inspire the thought, if they can live happily with so little, so can I. But if your gaze turns toward the luxuries of the wealthy, their cars, their bungalows, envy may creep in, and your heart will begin to burn with longing. When one is unable to attain these goals, one may become disheartened, and in desperation one may resort to harmful paths such as corruption or deceit in an attempt to fulfill one's desires. 9. By remembering the divine name of Lord Krishna while honoring food lovingly prepared and offered to him, prasad. Streams of ecstatic bodily symptoms, Ashtasattvic dharas, arise and flow throughout the day. Note the Ashtasattvic transformations of bha include a. Becoming stunned, stambha.